Ready to do a talk show. All right. Okay. Here we go. Seriously, I need a slide whistle sponsor for this show. Oh, Jeremy made me an awesome slide whistle. Dudes, check this out. Okay, before we start the show, I'm going to show you this because Jeremy sent me this, and I think it's awesome. He's the best. Look at this. Look at this. Eh? Dude, literally sick. That was the energy I needed to start my talk show. Here we go. My guest today is the Mustache on the move, and he's got something to share. But first, can I just make my own talk show? Well, apparently I can, and I just did. Ladies and gentlemen, hello. Welcome to the Dave Brenn Show. I'm very excited today. My guest is John Reid, the Mustache on the move and creator of the Something Cookbook. We're going to talk with him in a little bit about that. But first, this is it. This is the Dave Brenn Show, the only talk show, ladies and gentlemen, with a working keyboard that I never use. I turn it on every episode. I even do a sound check before the show starts, just to make sure that the keyboard that I never use. I mean, when you have a slide whistle, I mean, a keyboard's a little redundant. Am I right? I mean, this is just. Oh, those tones. So when you go super low. Oh. Rich. All right. First of all, ladies and gentlemen, we have made it. It is now officially, according to certified results that I have right here in front of me, it is officially December. We made it, the last month of 2020. However, it does say here that November plans to contest those results in court, claiming that some of its days were stolen. March through October are saying, get in line, pal. Yeah, it's true. It is December. And what that actually means is you can now listen to all of the Christmas music that you want, and nobody can judge you for it. Except for Christmas shoes. That's still out. Christmas shoes, no. Just turn on Bing Crosby and get over it, okay? All right. The holiday season is my favorite time of the year. Despite, some of the stress that comes along with it. I love the holidays because I love traditions. And every month here on the Dave Brenn Show, I have a theme. For Halloween, we had spooky was our theme. For November, gratitude was our theme. And for the month of December, the theme is traditions. Now, this has been kind of a crazy year. A lot of the traditions that we might usually participate in have been a little more difficult than others to do. For example, the daily tradition of taking a shower. Not one I've really been on top of, gotta be honest. However, naps, there's a tradition that I've really bumped up to like level 10 this year. So it's like, it's a give and take. So traditions are the theme this month. Think about what are some traditions in your life, new traditions or old traditions that you really appreciate, that have brought you joy, that have brought you a sense of peace. We're going to talk to my guest today about his favorite traditions, and we're also going to talk about, all kinds of other things in his life. And speaking of guests, we have a lot of guests here today. Every week, of course, we have my live Zoom audience. So we're going to switch over to the gallery view right now to say hi to my live Zoom audience. Let's see some Zoom applause from my live Zoom audience, everybody. You guys look great. Thank you all for being here. I love you all so much. Rob has something behind him. Ooh. We're going to talk about something in a little bit. Now, my live Zoom audience, not only are you here to, make me feel good and enjoy the show and hang out with us after the show in the after party, but you also have a job every single episode, and that job is to participate in the balloon competition. We have a new challenge for you, every single week. And this week, your challenge is something. That's right. In honor of my guest, John Reid, what I want you to make is something. Now, you can interpret that any way you want. You can literally make the word something. That seems a little crazy, but I'll allow it. But also, this is a little bit, when I thought of this idea, I was reminded of what it's like when I go to a balloon jam. And you're like, what am I gonna make? I don't know, I just want to make something. I don't know. Or like, you're at a party and a kid like can't decide. He's just like, I don't know, you make something. Just make whatever. So that's your challenge. Make something. Impress me. Now, usually I put a limit, like 1 balloon or 2 balloons, but this time I'm going to let you guys free reign. You can use as many balloons as you want. Use whatever you want. Just impress the pants or the mustache off of John Reid, because he's going to help me judge you guys harshly at the end of the episode. All right, that is your challenge. We will come back to you at the end of the episode and see what delightful creations you have created. Well, that's enough chit-chat, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for some more chit-chat. Let's welcome to the show my guest for the week, the mustache on the move. Here he is, John Reid. Hey, John.
Hello, hello, hello. How are you?
I'm fantastic. It's so good to see you, pal. I've missed you.
I have missed you. I've missed so many people. I really do miss my friends. This is, as you know, a performer, I'm not exactly what you would call an introvert. So being in the house for 10 months straight, it can
be a little tough. Yeah, it can be a little tough.
My fellow funny folk.
Yes. Ooh, what you drinking?
Tea.
Very nice. Very nice. I'm drinking water.
My tradition, which I'll get into later.
I'm drinking water, which is pre-tea, if you will.
Okay.
It could become tea at any point it's also pre-pee, technically. Don't worry, I marked this show as not for kids on YouTube. We can say things like that. John, all right. Welcome to the show. John, we're going to talk about a whole bunch of stuff today, but first I want to know, what is your favorite tradition, new or old, in your life?
Actually, it's the tea. So my granny she was born in Scotland, in a little town just outside of Glasgow.
Mm-hmm.
And growing up, we would always share a cup of tea. She'd have one, I'd have one, we'd eat some pie or whatever, but there was always a cup of tea. And about 15 to 20 years ago, I said, Granny, you're like, I don't know, 200 years old. What is the secret to a good life? And she said, find something you love and you'll never work a day in your life. Never feel sorry for yourself. And every day have a cup of hot tea with a splash of cold water so you don't burn your lip. And that's what I did.
Oh, she gave practical advice too, not just drink tea, but she was like, here's how to really enjoy
cold water to take down the temperature after it steeps so you don't burn your lip.
That's very clever. Thank you, Grandma. Boy, John, look at you providing value for my viewers right at the top.
I do what I can.
This is good stuff, John Reid. What kind of tea do you drink?
Red rose.
Ooh, red rose. Going fancy. Look at oh, he's even got the box Vanna White. Look at you go. Nice. I love your background. I mean, I know you're a performer and that you teach virtual classes, and that's why you have that awesome background. I like to believe that you put it up just for me.
Sure. This is my library of wonder.
Ooh.
It's actually a shower curtain, but they don't have to know.
Oh, I love it.
It's an illusion.
It's
like economic recovery. They say it's happening, but it's not. It's an illusion.
Yeah. Ooh, that hard-hitting political content too. Man, John, you're really delivering on all cylinders today. So you've got your background set up. You've been doing virtual classes and stuff?
Yeah,
correct?
I've been doing virtual magic classes. I'm now at about 7,000 students, maybe 8,000 students that I've been teaching virtually in groups. Wow. I'm not doing one-on-one. I'm doing like Girl Scout troops, schools, classes, library, classrooms in a school, libraries. I did a couple of summer camps. So, whatever I can do to teach kids how to do some magic. My motto is I want to spread magic, not germs.
Ooh, I like that.
All about the catchphrase, right?
That's very good. Ooh.
Yeah,
I should
my
be, I
friend
feel like
Michael.
I should be taking notes during this interview. You've got so much. I'm actually, well, as you may know, if you've seen my recent news coverage, I'm also doing virtual lessons. I started doing that this year because of the whole pandemic nonsense. So I'm curious to hear from you, like, how that goes. If there's any, like, I don't know, like lessons that you've learned from doing this stuff virtually, to be like, oh, I really shouldn't do that anymore, or I should be doing this.
The key to it is really just having fun. If I'm
Mm,
having fun, they're going to have fun by association. I have tons of stuff, within an arm's reach that I can, if I start to see them, because, they're all zoomed out. We're all getting, you
yeah.
know, Zoom fatigue. I made a T-shirt up that says, "I'm not mad. I just have resting Zoom face," because that's what it is.
Right.
What happens? You okay? Yeah, I'm fine. It's just their eyes hurt, their face hurts, and they're constantly like everybody's looking at them.
Right.
So I have things, like if, hey guys, it's time to get serious. We're gonna get serious. And then they'll chuckle and I'll be like, can you believe I spent a half hour on Amazon shopping for a clown nose?
Right.
You ever spend 30 minutes picking your nose? It's awful. So I have all these little like bits of business to keep it fun, because if it's not fun, if it's not fun, it's not magic. At that point it may as well be homework.
Right.
So I want to make sure that there's always an element of fun or comedy or laughter. And the other thing is limiting my teacher talk time. I like to ask the kids who their favorite superhero is. Did
Mm,
anybody do anything cool? What you guys have for breakfast? What you have for lunch? What you have for dinner? What's your favorite thing?
right.
And it's really good to just like the kids are like, wait, I get to talk. I'm like, go for it. I get paid by the hour. Knock yourself out, kid.
Nice. Well, I mean, I got to tell you, that's a little bit why I'm doing this show, because 90% of it is my guest talking. I don't have to do anything but listen and go, uh-huh,
Uh-huh.
uh,
Uh-huh.
yeah. Um, that sounds great. Yeah, I have also found too that like kids get glazed over pretty quickly, and you need to be able to like change it up. If it's all lesson or all teaching the whole time,
You're gonna lose them. You're
no
gonna lose
good.
them fast.
Slide whistle, great. Great for breaking up the energy in a lesson, I gotta say. Ooh. Wait, hit that one more time. It's magical, John.
It sounds like a unicorn farting. I mean, I assume.
How do kids like your mustache?
Oh yeah, I mean I like to, if the kid's taking a class, I send prizes out afterwards. I just, because kids love mail. Like I don't know about you, when I was a kid, greatest day of my life is a day I'm getting mail. Like I got an envelope, something addressed to me. So I'm
Right.
constantly sending the kids stuff, and they love my mustache. So I actually will send them a little mustache. I'll drop it in an envelope, stick a stamp on it, and send it out. And
Nice.
oh, here, I have one down here. I have it hidden. It's my secret stash. So they get these are the jokes. You got to tell your faces, otherwise I don't know if you get them or not. But yeah, I send them. I'll send them a mustache. They think it's great. I had two of the girls that are in one of my classes. They had to make turkeys for Thanksgiving, and one of
Yeah.
them took the mustache that I sent her and put it on the turkey, and
Oh.
it dressed him up like a magician with a top hat, googly eyes, because googly eyes are like my weakness. Um,
Yeah.
and I send them googly eyes because I have googly eyes on my webcam, so that I keep looking at the camera and not your face down there on my screen, because it's important to make eye contact, and I tell them that. And I tell them if they
Right.
want to be better at keeping eye contact, put these next to your camera, and you're going to know where, it's because if you're looking in their eyes, it looks like you're not. But if you're
Right.
looking here in the eyes, people will feel like you're really talking to them.
Right. Oh, that's clever. Yeah, I definitely look down at the screen. That's mostly because I'm also the tech person on my show, and I'm like, my mouse, I'm like, really where I'm looking is, where is my mouse right now? Okay, click to replace spotlight on John. Click to replace spotlight on me. So if I'm not looking at you, please don't feel bad.
I'm not offended at all.
Um, when did the mustache start for you? Has that been like part of your character forever, or?
It's about 10 years now, a little over 10 years, about a decade.
Yeah.
I can't take full credit for it. I get it from my mother. So don't laugh. She's very sweet. She'd give you the hair right off her back. She's lovely. Yeah, so I've had it for 10 years and it became like a trademark. At one point, I was dyeing my hair red, like this color red. And
Yeah.
everybody knew me as the guy with the red hair, the guy with the red hair, the guy with the red hair. And then eventually it became the guy with the pink hair. And I was like, this is too much maintenance. And I've always, there was a gentleman who was a magician in the Long Island area years ago, and he had a mustache like this. And I was like, oh man, one day I want to be like him and have a mustache like that. And I thought, you only live once, right? YOLO, which stands for you only live once, not you obviously like owls. Who knew? Um, at one point I was just like, all right, well, I don't want to grow it out like super slow. So I used to have a goatee. So I just kept growing the ends down into the goatee. And then
Right.
finally one day I just went, and I curled it up, and immediately everybody was like, oh, it's the guy with the funny mustache. Oh, it's the guy with the funny mustache. Oh, it's the guy with the funny mustache. Did you see the guy with the funny mustache? I'm like, on the phone, I'm like, oh, we met this guy with the funny mustache. I'm like, that's me. Thanks. I think. My friends' kids will call me Uncle John with the funny mustache, like it's, or Silly John or John with the silly mustache, depending on who it was.
Right.
Actually, Todd Neufeld's daughter knew me as Silly Mustache John for like the first 7 years of her life. I mean, she still probably calls me that. I don't know.
That's a great silly guy with the silly mustache guy. I mean, come on.
It is part of my brand. It became the mustache on the move, which is now the mustache on the Zoom, or the mustache not nearly as on the move. And it's, it's part of my, it's in my logo now. And it kind of, people say it suits me, and I would like to think it does. My goal is to create 10 million smiles, and people will look at my mustache and smile. I'm like, great, because before I had the mustache, people would look at my face and they did not smile. They were like, ooh, ooh.
Oh, John. Well, you're making. Actually, I wanted to. This is a great segue, because I also wanted to ask you about your 10 million smiles campaign. I think you've gotten a few dozen in here at least. Tell me about that. Where did that come from?
So to go back, I wanted to. I was like, what's my purpose? What's my purpose? When I was going through my midlife crisis, what's my purpose? And I'm like, oh, I create smiles. That's my job. My job is to go out in the world and make people happy. And it always ended like, I felt like it was ending with me. So I didn't want to just give people a smile. I wanted to give them tools to create smiles. So like, that's why I give people the mustaches and a joke, because now they can do it. I like to tell jokes. I like to give people the ability to go out, empower them to go out and make other people smile, because it's contagious. When I make somebody laugh or smile, they feel good. And if they get to pass it on, they feel good. And so does the person that they passed it on to. So it's sort of like, it gets exponential. And it was really sort of the foundation for the Something book. And at one point I was like, I want to create 1 million smiles. And I was like, nah, it's really easy nowadays with YouTube. You can knock that out real quick. So I need a bigger number. And I didn't want like 1 billion smiles. I thought 10 million was a good number. And since it's just too much for me to keep track of, I have to keep starting over so it'll never end. So
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. I really appreciate. I love the philosophy behind it, because it's the same way I feel about, why why I'm so free with when I teach. Like I try to teach as much as I can, because like I can't entertain every audience, and I can't show everybody in the world the stuff that I do and the stuff that I make. So I have to like spread it out, instead of a vicious cycle. It's a delicious cycle. Somebody recently taught me that, and I really
happiness
love that.
is not a pie. If you have more happiness, it doesn't mean that I subsequently get less happiness. In fact, it's the opposite. If I do something and I share my happiness with you, hopefully it grows. So
yeah. Well, that's amazing. It's a great philosophy. You're a great person to be doing it. Dan, I seriously, I would just buy. I don't know if you've done this, but I would buy a joke book from you, among everything.
It's actually in the works.
Yes. Yes.
So, yeah, there's 2 books that I've been like putting together, and they're all bad dad jokes. You know when a joke becomes a dad joke, right?
No.
When the punchline is apparent.
Ugh.
You know when the punchline is apparent?
When?
Just after the delivery. I know, and the worst part is I don't have kids. It sort of makes it a faux pas.
Oh no! Oh no!
Sorry, I'm sorry. Sometimes I can't help myself.
You should be sorry.
I should be sorry.
Yeah. No, it was great.
I'll take myself out.
All right, well, we're going to come back to John Reid in just a minute. We got to take a quick sponsor break at this point in the show, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I want to say a huge thank you to a few vendors and websites out there that have been sponsoring the show. I can't do this without the support of the community and the folks that help me out. Balloon Artist College is a real big one. It's all right there in the name. If you're a balloon artist and you're looking for the higher education stuff that you need to improve your business, to improve your skills, go to balloonartistcollege.com. Also, I couldn't do any of the stuff I do on Patreon without Zivy Kivy at Balloon Artist College, because he is hosting all of the content that I share with my patrons for free on his website, which is like literally amazing. That would be a huge line item in what I do every month if it wasn't for Zivy. So please go over and support Balloon Artist College. You'll get 12,000 emails a month from him, but it's worth it, I promise. I'm also sponsored by Balloon Twister Cookbook and Balloon Artist Online, which are two amazing websites that are now selling the actual downloadable versions of all of my content. So if you want to have a copy to keep for yourself forever on your computer, go ahead and check out those two websites. Linky doos will be in the description. And of course, here in the audience, Lauren and Jeremy Johnston, Pops Trading Cards. Ooh, ooh. We've got Pops Trading Cards creates not only these awesome trading cards. This is the Div Brenn card. And I got my whole stack of Pops Trading Cards down here. I've got extras, especially of me. So if anybody wants to trade, let me know. But they also created this awesome Dave Brenn Show sticker, just like the real one. You can have that for your very own. Stick it on the back of your phone or on your forehead so everybody knows you watch the Dave Brenn Show. But of course, just like NPR, most of my funding comes from viewers like you. Over at patreon.com/Dave Brenn, you can join the party. You can get access to my entire catalog of instructional material that I have created over the last 10 years. It's literally a boatload of content, and you can get it for as low as $260 a month. See what I did there? Huh? $260? Wink, wink. Every week on the show, I have been thanking my sponsors one by one in order from the start date of my Patreon, which is way back in December of 2018. And I put a penny for each of my sponsors in my gratitude jar. We have worked our way through the months, and we are now giving thanks to my patrons who joined in July of 2019. Remember 2019? It was an entire year, 2019. We could do stuff. We could touch people. It was a thing. It was weird. Anyway, July 2019. July was also a really good month for me. If you've been watching, you know that it took us 3 episodes to get through June. I was kicking butt in June 2019. I think we'll be able to get through July in maybe 2 episodes this time. We're going to do July 1st through the 15th today, starting with Gerald Mason. Gerald Mason. I got a mason jar, and it's Gerald Mason. See? Cool. Conrad Cologne. I'm wearing cologne. I don't have to. Why do I? That's another thing I noticed recently is I still put cologne on once a day. I literally don't need to. It's fine. Matt Slayton. Thank you very much, Matt. Martin Lemire. Oh, Martin Lemire, of course, is responsible for the Div Brenn card. Details on the back. Jeff Hayes. Oh, Jeff Hayes is amazing. If you don't know Jeff Hayes and his work, he's done some amazing stuff. Go check him out. Yasmin. No last name for Yasmin. Mysterious. Kurt and Kurt Garrett. That's the last one for this episode. Thank you so much to my amazing patrons. I love all of you so much. I can't do this, literally can't do this without you. All right. Thank you so much. We're going to head back now to the gallery view. Say hi one more time to all my folks. I can see people are busy twisting away over there. The Johnstons are doing a dance. Sam has a fancy hat on. But ladies and gentlemen, it has come to that time in the show. You know what time it is. It's time to bring my guest, Robbie Furman, to the show, because every week we have a little news segment by Robbie Furman. Hold on, we got to get his little intro music. Here we go. It's the news with Robbie Furman.
Thank you, Dave Brenn. Can you hear me in TV land?
Yes, we can hear you.
Oh, good. I'll take the bass out of my voice. I just wanted to begin in the news. Lots in the news this week. First thing is, I got an email from Rob Balchunas mentioning something. He's selling something, and it's on sale. That's all I got, but more from them. More from Rob. Good things are happening. Guido had his last show last weekend on Sunday. Steve Jones was the guest, and it was another exciting show from Guido. And if you have not tuned in yet.
Oh, no, Robbie.
Eddie keeps calling me, son of a. Eddie, stop calling. Okay. Eddie, so Guido had his show. If you haven't seen it yet, go over to Guido's show. Damn it.
God damn it, Eddie.
Let me just get through this.
He only has 5 minutes to do the news, Eddie. Give him a break.
That's it. In fact, Eddie, if you want to show the picture of the red moon that I did show him last week, if you have those who saw earlier this week, we did experience a total eclipse here in Los Angeles area. Damn it. Now Rob's calling. Stop it. Stop calling me. Okay, I got to get through the news. Let me do it.
Oh, God, this is too good.
Also in the news, Shayna Sharp celebrated her 100th episode on Balloon Request Live. If you haven't seen that show, it's great. They're now at 101 episodes. So I think they got it down pat now. Let's see, other things. Billy Damon, our friend Billy Damon, a little controversy in Facebook world this week is that Billy Damon was put out a new video, a magic video on his Annie Minimoles. And there was a lot of controversy in the Facebook world because people felt that it wasn't his, was it someone else's? And it's all smoothed out, and everybody should check out Billy Damon's and see if he could be a sponsor of this show also. But that's in the news. Also in the news, something very exciting from our very own Dave Brenn. He was on TV in Sacramento this past week, and I've downloaded the article, so I just want to read a little about the article. So, what's Brown Friday? It's the busiest day of the year for plumbers, they say. Thanksgiving can get pretty messy as people during holiday feast, but the mess doesn't stop there. Okay, I think I downloaded the wrong article. But the good news is I'm sure Dave did a great job. But I do have the article here. If anyone wants to learn about plumbing and the things you should know, I could probably send this to you. But anyway, Dave did a great job on Sacramento ABC Channel 10. And also, I was asked to read this. So let me just get through this the best I can. And this is just please, everyone, just give me a moment. Since October of the year 2020, I have served as the news correspondent for the Dave Brenn Show. It has come to my attention that on several occasions, I have said and done some derogatory things towards audience member and sponsor Jeremy Johnson. I've said on numerous occasions that he is a jerk. A few times I've compared him to a part of the male anatomy. And there was even a time that I wrote on Jeremy Johnson sucks on a face mask. And I tried to raise money for personal gains. With this being said, I would like to say now, if you missed any of these shows and would like to see actual footage of me insulting Jeremy, just go to Facebook and check out Dave Brenn. You can see all the coverage there. That's all I got.
Thank you so much, Robbie Furman. Oh my God. Oh, you really brought the heat today, pal. You get a slide whistle. Great job.
I'm here to serve.
Robbie.
I'll be back.
I know you will. We can't keep you away, even though we try.
All right. I'll be back.
I'll see you later, pal. Thanks for coming.
Bye.
Oh, I got it. My cheeks hurt. My cheeks hurt. Robbie Furman reading the news. Thank you so much, pal. Fantastic. Oh, my train of thought is just literally destroyed at that point. Johnson's, I'm glad you guys finally got your apology. I don't know what we're gonna call that. It's not really just an acknowledgement of his behavior. Really, is all that happened right there. Um, oh, we have a lot of fun on the show. Whose alarm is going off right now? Who is that?
Wow, I didn't know I was live. Whoops.
Oh.
Let me mute. Bye.
Mute yourself, Suze.
I think you all wish I had. There was always a mute button for me.
Who else is muted? I don't know. Everybody mute yourself. Just by default. Okay, we're gonna get back to my guest. We're gonna get this show back on the rails. Let's bring back John Reid. How you doing, pal? Doing
Living the
good.
dream.
We're back.
Living the dream.
You are living the dream. So I wanted to talk about something.
Oh, crud. Something's
What?
wrong.
Something's wrong? Oh, oh, thank God.
Crazy, right? Ah, I broke something.
Oh no.
You smell something? There's something in the air today.
We got plenty of time, pal. Keep them coming. Keep them coming.
Oh no, I dropped something. Ah, gross. I think I just stepped in something. Ah, there's something stuck to my shoe. Oh, there's something stuck to my shoe. I gotta be honest, there's something on my mind. For more stupid dad jokes, www.makingsomething.com.
Wait, say it again. I think your audio cut out a little bit.
Oh. Take two. www.bakingsomething.com.
Bakingsomething.com. So tell us all about the Something book.
So my granny always said, do something with your life. And I told her, next time, be more specific. But I had this idea. So this is a clown prop that was invented by a guy named, oddly enough, his name was Balloons the Clown. He's a Pennsylvania magician, clown, balloon artist.
Mm-hmm.
He lives over in Bushkill Park area, like Bethlehem, Allentown area.
Right.
And he came up with this idea. And throughout the years, this has been sold by different companies. And I saw this thing actually first at Tannen's Magic Camp by my buddy Skippy, my goddaughter's father. And I was like, that's great. And at one point, I was on my way to a housewarming party and I didn't bring a housewarming gift. That's another thing Granny always said, like, you go to somebody's house, you bring them something. I was like, ah. And I had just ordered 2 new ones because they wear out, they break, they get dirty. And I was like, oh, this will be funny. It'll be a joke. So I was like, hey, I got you something for the house. Now, when you move into a house, I don't know if you've done that ever, but like your cable doesn't work, none of your furniture's unpacked. Usually when people come over for the first time, or you're in there for the first few days, it's like you're sitting on boxes eating chicken out of a bucket.
Right.
So I gave this to my friends and they thought it was hilarious. And they put it on their mantle. And I kept getting texts from both the husband and the wife going, she put something in the fridge, there was something stuck in the drain, my kids dropped something down the stairs. It was just, they had so much fun with it. So now it started to become a thing. Like I got everybody got something in their stocking for Christmas. I was buying these things by the gross, 144 of these, and they don't really compress as well as you would think. So I was getting cases this big delivered, and UPS guy's like, what's in this box? It doesn't weigh anything. I go, oh, it's something stupid. Anyway, so then I was like, well, these are getting, they don't compress really well. I wanted something smaller. So I called up and I thought, all right, well, maybe I can have it made smaller, but the die was going to be expensive. And I was like, oh, well, I'll get a cookie cutter and I'll just stamp these things out of sponge myself, because I thought I had that kind of time.
Right.
And then I thought, wait a minute, the answer is just get cookie cutters made. And this way I can give people something and then they can make something and bring something for dessert. And I was walking through a store and I saw a silicone baking form. And I was like, you can bake with this thing? And they're like, yeah, you can make ice with it. And they were little snowmen. And I went, oh, that's the answer. So there was $25,000 worth of research and development to make something. And it's a silicone bake form in the shape of the word something. You can, it's bakeable up to 450 degrees, dishwasher safe and durable. You could run it over with a truck. I don't know why you would, but they do that on all the infomercials. So I did it. But it was, again, this was like a catalyst for my mission to create 10 million smiles, because even if you don't bake, the book has 366 ideas of what you can do with it. My buddy, Brian South, he's the guy that put the book together. We crowdsourced it. We did a Kickstarter, and you can make anything. into something for next to nothing. So you can make dog biscuit, something for the dog. You can freeze some juice to put something in the punch. You can make a candle, something to set the mood. I just made these for some family and friends, which is soap, something to keep the germs away.
Nice.
Something smells minty. But yeah, so this was my project, bakingsomething.com. We were selling them. I actually got something into the Museum of Modern Art gift shop. But to be able to say that something I created was in the Museum of Modern Art gift shop.
Yeah.
It depends on where you edit that.
Right.
That was really cool for me. That was an incredible accomplishment that I didn't really know I wanted. And then when I got it, I was like, man, that worked out well.
That feels pretty good, pal.
I feel really good.
That's exciting. And I can, because I can only imagine what the process must be to get something like that made and produced, and all the sourcing for the content and everything. Like, kudos to you for going through all that.
Brian. Brian is a genius. He's understands manufacturing. He's the guy who found the engineers, because we had to do CAD drawings. Then we had to have the die that these things are carved out of had to be laser etched, like with a real laser. And then the mold, we had to find a source that would do food safe silicone, which a lot of places wouldn't. So we found the source. He crowdsourced the book. It was just my idea, and I was like, I want to do something. And he was like, I'll buy the idea. And I was like, you can't buy the idea. And then after about a year, I was like, all right, I might not do this. So halvesies. And we partnered up and we did it. And we raised $38,000 on Kickstarter, which almost covered the costs.
Wow. Yeah.
So, but because the mold itself, I think it was like $14,000 to get the mold laser etched, because it's steel, and it's got to be food safe, and it's got to be under certain conditions. And then you have to buy like 6,000 of them. You can't just buy 100. You got to have a run of them done. And then the book, the cost of the printing of the book. And the thing is, like, I actually made every book. We had a truckload of boxes of these pages shipped to me, and I cut the pages in half, and then I punched each page. We had an industrial punch. I was punching them 4 pages at a clip. And then I collated each one, ran the spring through, crimped it, and then attached each book. So when I say I made the books, I literally made the books. He designed everything, but I put each book together.
That's insane.
Yeah, I should have just gotten that cookie cutter and stamped them out of sponges.
Yeah.
Boom, done. Boom, done. Boom, done.
That's amazing. Well, and several of my family members have one of those books, because I think you might be the only balloon artist that I know that has actually like come and met and hung out with my family.
That is true, because
mostly because I try to keep people away from my family. But yeah, I was visiting my uncle in Pennsylvania a couple years ago, and you came and visited, which was delightful. I really loved having you out there.
Yeah, your family was awesome.
Thank you.
They were super cool. I had a blast.
Yeah, they loved you. I believe the kids also referred to you as the weird guy with the mustache.
Yeah, it's branding. If nothing else, I'm consistent.
Yeah. Awesome. So bakingsomething.com, that's where people can get it.
Oh, bakingsomething.com. And if they use the code, so like I said, they were $30. I lowered the price to $20, but I'm doing them right now. If you type in the code 15, all capitals, FIFTEEN, $15, it'll actually knock the price down so that when you order it, shipped anywhere in the US, it's $15, including the shipping. So you're getting it for like half price and free shipping. So just type in 15, it'll lower the price, and then it'll add on the shipping, and it's $15.
That's fantastic. Great. So check that out. Go to bakingsomething.com. Use the code 15 to get your discounted something book. And speaking of something, my live Zoom audience has been hopefully working on something. John, how do you feel about getting all judgmental up in this house?
I avoid conflict at every cost, so I will do my best. I will do my best.
Well, I'll tell you what, I will ask for your input, but I'll make the final judgment. Does that sound good? All right.
Sounds great.
All right, we're gonna pop over to the live Zoom view for my friends here. So if you made something, hold it up in front of the camera. God, Rob. All right, fantastic. Okay, I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 entries plus Rob. We're gonna call that a half an entry. All right, we're gonna start over. Oh, and go ahead. If you made something, unmute yourself right now because I'm gonna ask you to tell me a little bit about what it is that you've made. Oh, geez, we're gonna go to Eddie first so we can be done with the barking. Eddie, did you make
Yes.
something?
I made something a while ago, but you were not Pacific.
I love it.
I made a skeleton.
Uh-huh.
I made a skeleton.
Oh, his coccyx is showing, pal.
That's not a
I made a
coccyx.
skeleton. It's made of boners.
Okay, good job, Lily. Okay, Lily and Eddie have their entry. There we go. We're gonna go over to Silly Jilly right now, who actually made something very cute. Here we go.
Right.
Silly Jilly, tell us about what you made here today.
I made an alpaca with a scarf.
Alpaca!
Alpaca from this K-pop group has a little alpaca like this.
It is too cute. I absolutely love it. Great job, pal. Let's see. We're gonna go over to Sherry Brown Rosner. Sherry, tell us what you made.
Something. I don't know what it is. See you later.
I was muted.
Oh, there you go. We got you.
I made a gigolo. It's a game where the little nozzle goes back and forth on the.
Just a gigolo.
Everywhere I go.
Fun.
Because the
All
nozzle goes back and forth. It's a game.
Ah, very nice. And it has Mickey Mouse on it, so branding.
Yeah. It's Disney approved.
Nice. Thank you, Sherry. We're gonna pop over to James Brock next. James, tell us what it is you've made.
Oh, see, I made a little bit of a tea thing there since you were talking about tea.
Nice.
And apparently I burned my lips. Just a little bit.
Just a little.
Remember, when in doubt, pinky's out.
Yes. Nicely done, James. Fantastic. We're going to go over to Ron. Do you have something there? Yes. All right. Ron has something. We're going to see. Oh, he made us a little present.
Something. I don't know what it is, but it's something. Or you could do something.
Oh, wait. Flip it around.
Flip it around. Bob. There we go.
Do something.
Something.
Nice. Fantastic. Very nice.
Good night.
Thank you, Ron. Okay, let's see. Who else do we have here? We're going to go to Janice next. Janice, what have you made?
I made a gift tag or something. Maybe
Oh.
it's for Ron's present.
Very cute.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a tag team design. I like it. Fantastic.
I get it. Tag team.
John, your dad jokes are rubbing off on me, pal.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna go to Sam I Am next.
Yes.
Sam I Am, what have you made, pal?
I have made a tiny little airplane being floated by one of Santa's elves.
Oh,
He's
cute.
doing recon for Christmas Eve.
Nice. Oh, and his little scarf is blowing in the wind.
And he's got his little goggles on.
John, are you using good judgment with whatever it is?
Good.
Oh, shit.
Wait, we're not done yet. No judgment yet. Wait, who else has one? Riley, I think you had one, correct?
I'm so sorry. You all just heard me yell at my husband.
That's what that was.
I just made the psychedelic flower because who was it? It was Kelly posted this really psychedelic video of some guy doing gibberish this morning, and it was it's kind of been in my visual thoughts all day.
Well, and it's in your third eye location at the moment, which is really tricky.
Yeah, it is because
Fantastic.
I'm not all done up and stuff like last week. So
Right. Okay. All right. Okay. I'm not pretty enough to be on camera.
No, I don't have my hat.
All right, beautiful. We have the psychedelic flower from Riley. And anybody else? Did I miss anybody else? Anybody? 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 All right, fine. Rob, what did you make today?
Well, I saw Suzanne Herring pop in, so I was inspired by her and didn't twist anything at the jam.
Perfect. Fantastic.
Hold on. Hold on. I made a mouth coil like the ones that are available on Cressy.com. And if you use the promo code Rob the Balloon Guy, you'll get charged $10 more.
Oh, thank you for bringing that up. I had Cressy mouth coils written on my notes of things to talk to John about, but I forgot. So thank you for bringing it up, pal. Fantastic.
Anytime.
Oh boy. Okay, folks. Well, we've got a lot going on here. There's a lot of good stuff. John, do you have any notes to give me?
No, that was great. They are all. I love the. So I thought it was a llama, not an alpaca.
Right.
But
that's okay.
Either way, still cute. I mean, of course, they're all awesome. Part of me is biased because of Cressy.com.
Yeah.
But I also don't want to give Rob the satisfaction. So
I completely understand. We had that issue actually last week because Robbie Furman won.
What?
Yeah, I know. There's no credibility on this show anymore. It's fine. The cabbage was really cute.
All right.
What can I say?
Now I'm sad.
I know. We all are. Well, I also am a big fan of the alpaca. I haven't made any rules. I haven't made any rules on this show that people can't win more than once. Or was it, Julie? Was it last week that you won, or the week before?
Last week I won for the turtles.
The twins. Right, it was the week before that Robbie won. That's right. Because it's between you and Sam, and also I don't want to give Sam the satisfaction either. But it is really nice. All right. I'm gonna Jilly, we're gonna give you one more week on probation, and then you can go back to being potentially a winner. But this week I'm gonna give it to Sam for his delightful elf on an airplane. I really love the scarf really does look like it's flapping in the wind, and it looks really great. Well done, pal. Thank you for making something. Thank you for being here.
Thank you. But before you pass me off, I just want to say, pass my award on to one of our newer viewers that participated tonight, because I've already won once.
Oh, have you?
Yes, I have.
Honorable.
How long ago was that?
I don't know, like 5-6 weeks ago, maybe.
Oh, okay. That's probably why. Well, let's see here. All right. Well, I'll figure it out. I will send it off to someone who deserves it. Thank you all so much for being here in the live Zoom audience. Give yourselves one last Zoom round of applause. I love you guys. You're all amazing. John Reid, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you so much for having me. This was awesome. This was a blast. I get to see all of my friends' faces.
Yes.
And Rob, which is really nice. I'm just kidding. Rob is actually one of my closest friends. He's probably, I think, the only person I talk to every day.
That's amazing.
It's so cool to see a lot of people that I don't get to see very often, and all in one place. So thank you all for joining. This was so much fun for me. And
thank you. Yeah, I mean that's why we do this show. That's why I do this show, is to give all my pals a place to come and hang out every week. If you want to be a part of the live Zoom audience, join me on Facebook. Head over to facebook.com/groups/The Dave Brenn Show live. You can get the weekly notifications. I also occasionally, if I remember, put the notification on my Patreon, but it's very hard to remember to do that. I'll get there. Don't you worry, folks. Next week, my guest is going to be... Oh, wait, hold on. Let me pull up my calendar because I forget if it is... which one it is next week. I'm pretty sure it is... Yes, next week, my guest is John Watkins. Check that out. And the week after that, it'll be Ron Fowler, who's in the audience today. Very exciting month of guests that we have coming up. And I've got some special ideas planned for the Christmas and New Year's, because Christmas and New Year's, of course, fall on a Friday this year, which is when I usually do my show. So we'll figure something out. I've got some ideas bubbling. Make sure you check that out. The theme music for the Dave Brenn Show is, of course, by the amazing Unpoppable Trio with Adi Somek. The graphics for my show are by Jonathan Wilson. My show is executive produced by my cat, Baby Shark the cat. And of course, it is sponsored by viewers like you. Thank you, everybody. I'll see you next week. Yeah, we did it. Great show, everybody.